3, 2, 1. Let it rip, now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win. If you tested me, you better think again. Let it rip, now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to win. If you tested me, you better think again. Every journey begins with one step. Every tournament requires you come equipped. Count down to let it rip. Test your metal at the very highest level. Never settle, be a rebel. Forget the bass, let's kick the treble. The devil is in the details. He who nails it prevails. If he fails, you'll see tails and emails. Heads and tails, it don't matter. This battle is more than a game, more than a sport, more than the fame. It's all in your core. Let it rip. Now I'ma let it hit. I'ma come at them with skills, make them wanna quit. Best believe I'm set to.
Hey everyone, it's DaGadgetGurus. This is going to be a video of my weekend report. Friday, as I told you, I went to go play some Magic the Gathering. Had an awesome time doing that. I'm going to go over the 3 decks. I played a lot of tournaments and a lot of games. I'm going to go over the 3 decks that won me the tournaments, and I'll list prizes and such and whatnot. Secondly, Saturday I went and played at local, so I'll also list that and put that up for you guys. And then lastly, well, which is today, I'm going to be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel News segment thing. So, just something I saw that's coming up for Yu-Gi-Oh! That I think is going to be really cool. So, that'll probably be in the next video. But for this one, I'm going to go over my weekend and what I did. Friday, I headed down to Phoenix and I played in some Magic the Gathering tournaments. Usually I don't do this, but I was like, hey, you know what? I have Friday off, so I'm going to go have some fun. And I went down there. I got there at roughly, I'd say noon. I think it was noon. And I stayed there till like 10 o'clock. I mean, and when I left, they were still going. So, I mean, I don't know how late it went. I played in a total of 8 tournaments. They were, it wasn't like one huge tournament. It was a bunch of small tournaments for different prizes. So, I played in about 8 of them. I did okay. I won 3 of the tournaments, so that was pretty cool. One of the decks that won me one of the tournaments was my white artifact. Don't know if you guys can see these very well. Basically what it is the white cards, like Arrest and Pacifism, make it where my opponent's monsters can't do anything, and it gives me life. And then my artifacts buff each other up to become really big, and then they protect each other, like Whisper Silk Cloak. Artifact costs 2 mana to play, costs 1 mana to equip. Target creature is unblockable, and target creature has Shroud. You can't block him, and you can't play abilities or spells on him. Awesome. So, you know, just stuff like that. And my white cards include Arrest, monster equipped this card cannot attack or block, cannot activate its activated abilities, etc., etc. Pacifism, a monster equipped this card cannot attack or block. I ran cards like Master's Call, special summon 2 1/1 artifact tokens, just stuff like that. And then of course I had monsters that say for every artifact I control gets +1/+1, called Metal Crafting, and that was pretty cool too. So I mean, I ended up playing in a what was it? I think it was called Pre-Construct Tournament. Basically what that means is you played with this deck, but during between, you played 2 games. If I played a game and I won, and then I played a game, I won. If I played one and you played one and we both won, then we had a construct duel. And a construct duel is where we take all cards out of our deck except for one of each card, except for mana, obviously. You can put however much mana you want in there, and you play that game and see who wins. So it's really interesting. Like, I mean, so it's not just I win, you win, and then we play a normal game. It's I win, you win. We each reduce our decks to 1 of each card, and then we play with that. So you really had to think about it. I actually got into 2 construct matches, and thankfully my deck was just like, you know what? No, you're out of here. So I was happy. So this deck did really good. Like I said, it's all just artifacts that equip to my monsters and make them really big. And then all my monsters are just white monsters that cost like 1 mana, have Metalcraft, you know. Look, I'm a 1/1. I play 4 artifacts. I'm a 5/5. By the way, I'm going to equip those artifacts. I'm like a 9/5 with First Strike. You gotta love it. So that was the first one I won. The second one I won was a just constructed tournament. And basically it was just 60 to 100 card deck. run what you want. And I played with Redburn, Brokenness, Redburn with 4 of each Myr. Myrs are artifact creatures. They cost 2 mana. They provide 1 mana of any color. So basically, I just burn the crap out of you before you can do anything. This deck did really well. It just crushed every other deck it came against. Because literally, I was like, burn, 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 you're dead. Burn, 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 you're dead. Burn, burn, burn. It's ridiculous. So that won me one of the tournaments, the constructed tournaments. And then the third tournament I played was a classic tournament. Now, classic tournaments are my favorite because I get to use these guys. Quilt Sliver. Slivers are amazing. If anyone has played Magic the Gathering, you know slivers are just bullshit. Slivers have never been fair. They never will be fair. And if you versus